Ellen, you are trained, you have a PhD in media studies, digital humanities. What do you see when we come in and look at this remarkable, diverse, flawed but rich collection? What did you see? What do you do with this?
Well, we study the images first, and I think that's one of the things about visualizing cultures asks historians to do and scholars to do and viewers to do, which is to allow the images to drive your arguments and drive your understanding. So the first thing you have to remember to do is to look. And one of the differences between what Carla is describing in the museum, where you would have to go there and pull out these prints or glass negatives so a few people can see them, the digital world allows us all to see them, and all to see them in one medium all together. So that's a vocabulary that we have to start to understand how to interpret. And having dealt with many large image sets in visualizing cultures over the years, it seems to me that once you take them away and let them just sit in relationship to each other, they become almost like a digital object, something that you can turn and look at from many points of view. There are many pathways through these images and different ways of seeing them. So that lifts us away from typical disciplinary approaches, like, where you're questing for source materials because you're looking to illustrate or understand a certain argument. Here we're just looking first and then sort of discovering what we think is there. The grid that we put at the beginning of the unit is partly because we really want the unit to start with an image. We like to have users and viewers see the images up front. So images give a certain amount of sensory information about history. They're a window into history through your senses. But then, of course, captions and additional information provided by experts like Carla and Chris really are part of the image as well. You can't understand the whole narrative without attaching those things as well. So there's several stages to the whole thing. And I thought one of the interesting things about what Carla mentioned earlier was that the glass negatives themselves came in sleeves that were marked with Worcester's captions. So we've reproduced Worcester's captions to all of these. They also, I think, were numbered, if I understand right, by him, and those are the numbers that you're going to be seeing attached to every images. That's right?
Yes, he had a very structured cataloging system for the images, where each image starts with a number and then a letter and then another number, and the initial number category is the ethnic group or category of the images, and then subdivided by place and number. And he also frequently dated the images, so we can tell what day when a photograph was taken.
So those are very important things, because we discovered early in visualizing cultures we needed identifying numbers just to find an image. You can't say, oh, it's a picture of a pasture with a house in it. That doesn't help you. So the fact that Worcester understood that, he was clearly really good at this. And as John said, for historians, dates are absolutely vital. So we have some specific information and we'll see through this module how much captioning can vary and influence the way that we see things.